I'm back, episode 4, Adrian Beard here, and we're talking about VAC today. And I hope you know what's going down. Yeah, we're gonna do a whole bunch of NPC stuff. We're gonna get it set up. We're gonna get it looking good. We're gonna have them talking back and forth. There's gonna be particles. It's gonna be fun. First, I'm working on VAC. I already have VAC's voice down, so it's not too bad. And I kind of run through them pretty quick. But there they are, so you can see me working on them.
I was hiding, but not anymore. I'm sure the CPU is the reason the service droids have been taken away. Pretty good. Pretty good. I was hiding, but not anymore. I'm sure the CPU is the reason the service droids have been taken away. I'm sure the CPU is the reason the service droids have been taken away. I was hiding, but not anymore. I was hiding, but not anymore.
Here we are working on the NPC conversation, being all that we can be. So far, I've got the VAC dialogue down. Pretty easy stuff. I think I got him by now. The NPC guy, I'm still trying to float some ideas. I got what I need down, but I could always use something else. Another voice would be interesting.
VAC, is that you? It is you, buddy. Hey, how are you doing? Are you hiding from the security droids? Yeah, I don't think so.
It's fun to play with the different voices and try to find different voices for your characters. It's a lot of fun. It's really important to get those voices down and get them so that they're not too goofy, but they do separate from each other, so you can tell the difference between voice, so that you can tell the difference between VAC and the cryo droid. And I came up with this voice. It's kind of like a Eastern Prussian Boris and Natasha.
I wish I was brave.
I'm not sure if it's, I would say Russian, but it's something, and it's I'm sure based on something goofy I heard when I was a kid in some movie. I don't know. It just kind of came out and it worked. Like, yeah, there would be like a Russian droid, a Russian speaking droid on the space station. That makes sense. Like, yeah, why not? Like, and he would be meticulous in taking care of the people in the cryo units.
Before continuing to the flight deck. The flight deck has an item you'll need to navigate the lower space station. Beware, VAC. It will be heavily guarded. I wish you luck, my friend.
I don't know, it might work. I got a couple different things here I'm probably going to play with and see which one I like. And we'll go from there. Next we get to edit and chop it up and put it in the game. Here I'm having to listen to all the different versions of VAC's dialogue. I usually do 2 or 3 and I pick the best one. The one I think will work the best in the game, or it sounds the best. Some of them, you know, if they have a glitch or a little hang in the voice, I'll just let it go and don't use that one. I had to edit the cryo unit's voice, which was a lot of fun, and it didn't take long. But it is a lot of work to go through and listen to all of them, chop them up, put the fades on them, bounce them out, get them ready into file format so that you can then pull them into the game. And you can tell here that I'm working on the game, and I'm implementing those audio files into what code I already wrote last week. I wrote some code for this to get this thing kind of moving around animation. That was in the last episode. You should check that out. The particle designer. This guy who made this totally made this thing. I think it's like $10. It's a lot of fun to play with, and you can get this thing for $10. Download Particle Designer and have a whole bunch of fun. It'll improve your game jam games. You'll just really up your game if you go with Particle Designer. You'll have a blast. You can just sit and play with this thing for hours. It is a bit difficult when you're like, I need something very specific, like this one in particular, where I need like an energy bubble that pops from below the character. It makes him look like he's hovering, and the energy bubble is what's pushing him up, I guess. That's his energy discharge. So I needed something really specific. And I decided to go with green. Since his eyes were green, it matched, and it contrasted together with the orange. And the room itself, all of it turned out really well, I think. Here I'm adding in the particle systems, putting them actually in the game. It's not really that hard to actually implement a particle system in the game, create a script. So it kind of goes by fast. Here I'm putting in a self timer built in. You just count and say every 10 iterations, every 10 frames, run the script, and that'll pop out your little green blob. And there it is on screen with the green blobs. Looks pretty good. And so I'm implementing the upgrade item that you get, and then he gives it to you, and then there's some UI, some kind of user interface that tells you, hey, you got an upgraded item. The first cryo droid that has the first conversation and it gives you an upgrade, I'll kill him, and then I'll produce another one in the same spot, and I'll have him just say like a hint about, you know how NPCs are. First I say, here, take this, and then they're like, oh, be careful as you go on. I still have to set up the second cryo droid, which will be a duplicate of this one, and I'll just change all the audio and change the fact that it doesn't, I'll make it so it doesn't give you an upgrade, and that'll be fine. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and tune in for the next episode, where we'll be working on the next rooms, maybe some enemies, who knows? You gotta stick around, you gotta come back to find out.